Guitar Magic Mondays are back. Ah, missed it. How about this old thing? That's the Sugarlegs. That's if you have too much wine or coffee or 50 chocolate bars at bed, like I do sometimes because I'm a trash person. I hope everybody's good out there. Yeah, it's been like 52 years since we've done. It's been like 1941 was the last time I posted. This is the record I've been listening to since I got back from tour. Oh yeah. Please go to sleep, you beautiful little wise man. So mommy and daddy don't lose their marbles. No, it's fantastic. But yeah, that's not why I haven't posted. I needed a break from social media. Did a bunch of recording, went on tour again. I think we might have pushed a little too hard on that last tour. We had 28 shows in like 38 days or something. I just read this old Mark Knopfler unauthorized bio, and the guy had the greatest thing to say about when people are on tour too long. He said it's like being trapped in an elevator. But no, doing good over here. By the way, that was the Tommy Tedesco where you. I think I may have told you this story in one of the other ones back in the day. I was like so intimidated by jazz players when I was little. And he goes, I'll just play a 13th chord on the 5, and then the 13th chord on the 6, and then go down a whole step, and just keep doing it. Jazz. Obviously, jazz is, I mean, it's an endless, beautiful, 3D, unbelievable art form that is not my wheelhouse. But it was his way. It's like a shrink telling you what you need to hear just to get you past a block. That was Tommy Tedesco's way of saying to me, screw it, man. There's nothing wrong with rock and roll and blues and Latin and all this stuff I love. But yeah, back in the basket. Hope everybody's good out there. Man, I got a buddy out. Shout out to Chris Robinson. I don't think he's ever on here, but man, he has been working in film and TV for a minute, and he got to be the producer on Hacks 3. I freaking love that show. I might have a big crush on Gene Smart. But yeah, they're in the writer's strike. I heard there's an actor's strike coming. Insanity. I don't know if it's actually really about AI or if it's about just money going down because of streaming and a million other things, but I get the concern with AI, believe me. I mean, I'm biased because in my business, I spent my whole life learning how to play different instruments and record them and produce them. And I'm all about anything that makes the workflow faster. But it's funny to me, like the Scott Galloway, this guy I dig on his podcast, he said the greatest thing, he goes, it's weird how the tech companies, the most powerful companies in the world, filled with some of the smartest, most innovative people, keep spending their time like separating us from one another. Like he was talking about Apple's headsets. Like nobody wants to have something on where they can't see someone around them. Or my only fear with AI, I think it's gonna be great for healthcare. I think it could level the playing field on so many things, help people compare notes around the world, kind of the same way they did with COVID. But it's crazy to me that we already have so much information. There's so much stuff coming at us. Now we're gonna create a whole nother computer generated stream of stuff. Like there's already so much stuff. I don't know. I sound like I got a freaking cane and I'm like a troglodyte. Was it old man screaming at cloud, Rick Beato says, but I just feel like it's so sacred to like learn the process of something. And I hate it for younger people that I think what's kept me in the game my whole life is just like any little thing that I could pick up, like oh, this is so special that I could maybe try to get this scale down and get this song. Oh my God, I finally wrote a decent chorus. Or this compressor works like this. There's all these little rites of passage, and I feel like sometimes when people skip around so much, it's just like back in the day, Apple Loop. Oh, I got a track. Like, do you? I mean, there's something to be said for learning things as you go. Now, granted, I'm going to be the first person to, nobody needs more help typing and editing and grammar and stuff. What I'm trying to do, get things put down. I'm excited about Microsoft Copilot, a lot of these things, but I don't know how much we can handle more jobs going away. It seems to me like people are already feeling pretty disconnected and out of touch, and a lot of people are kind of struggling to get by as it is. So it just seems like we're getting a lot at once. I hope the people with their hands on the switch are thinking about this a little longer term. Doesn't seem like they are, since the people inventing it are like, I don't know what I built, and I hope you'll regulate me. Like, well, that doesn't sound very good. Was it they said when was it Oppenheimer's crew invented the atom bomb? They were saying that there was a 10% chance that the entire atmosphere might go up in flames, but somebody pushed the button anyway to test it. Like, seems like a bad bet. Anyway, all right, well, I'm all over the place. What I have been reading, other than news stories that freak me out, which is a very easy thing to do, stop it. I've read a couple books that have been wonderful since I've seen y'all. The new Warren Zanes, he wrote that great Tom Petty bio. There's a thing he wrote about, it says it's about Bruce Springsteen's Nebraska album, but really it's about everything. The craft, art in general, recorded music, the history of recorded music. It's funny. I am such a fan of Bruce Springsteen as a person, and his interviews, and that Broadway show is beautiful. But I don't really listen to a lot of his stuff. But Nebraska is a beautiful record. But he recorded that on a 4-track. Other recording nerds already know this story. Carried the thing around in the back pocket. Tried to like an old tape and a cassette tape. And he had the band. He was going to have the band recut the whole thing. And I guess they couldn't beat the demo, so they put out this 4-track tape. What a lot of people don't know, that I didn't know anyway, was he was writing Born in the USA in those sessions in this little house in Colts Neck, New Jersey. He was like getting ready to go head on into a lot of changes in his life, was dealing with some depression, like all this heavy duty stuff. A lot of this is in that book, Born to Run, too. But Warren Zanes makes this beautiful argument for, not argument, but kind of case about he had to do his most dramatic, it was about Charles Starkweather and, murders and the movie Badlands and all this really dark, deep stuff that critics love, but I think a lot of people are like, what is this? Right before he did one of the biggest records in the 80s and considered a pop record. But they're really two sides of the same coin. Anyway, it's such an interesting book, and for any audiophile recording nerds like myself, it was like I couldn't put the thing down. So really cool book. What else is going on, people? What else is happening? The Viper Room closed down. Actually, my buddy Chris that I mentioned just texted me that. And I started texting you back. I haven't even texted you back, and I'm doing this video. Hi, Chris. I'm an absolute jerk face. Yeah, we used to play the Viper Room a bit when we lived in LA, man, Billy and Jesse and I. So it's the cool thing about that place. We lived out there, and we had enough of a draw. We never had to do the pay-to-play stuff there. So I know there was, there's a lot of mixed feelings about those venues on Sunset. But the coolest thing about that room was the staff that worked there was always just super cool. But there was, they had this, it's just a little round stage, and they had this curtain. And before any band went on, this curtain would close while you set up, so nobody could see, all the, hey, how you doing, everybody? I'm gonna try to be larger than life and take you off to Planet Rock and Roll, but watch me, get my foot caught in these cords and cord monkeys got me and flip over, You could kind of do this mysterious intro. The thing opened, it was great. And of course, the second you're done, get the hell out the side door. But we had a lot of good times at that place, and it's sad to see it go. I don't know what went in there. I hope it's not a Jamba Juice. But anyway, yeah. What else? I'm going to do a Facebook Live, I think Thursday night. Let's say Thursday night. And I'm going to play some songs that are on a record I've been working on. Actually, a lot of it I was working on during COVID, and I kind of put it down to do the 99 Rebellion stuff with the more of like the band sound. And this is a solo record that Carter helped me kind of dig out and dust off, and he should probably have a co-producer credit on it, frankly, because he kind of breathed new life in it and helped me, help me stop overthinking, which is that's a full-time job. But I'm really, really excited about it. We haven't quite settled on a title, but there's some cool stuff on it. Actually, I got a song on there that him and I co-wrote together. But there's some songs from the songbook that are they're pretty no holds barred. It's funny. There's some in major keys, which is a feat for me as well. But kind of some stories from the Midwest and the Plains and places where I came up and where we did a lot of our touring back in the day, and really where we do quite a bit of our touring now too, even with FTF being based out of Wyoming. I think September is mostly Colorado, Montana, and Wyoming dates in the schools and stuff. So yeah, I'd probably have to do something with the Great Plains or the open country, the flyover zone as it's called. What a terrible thing to call it. Anyway, okay, well, I hope everybody's good. I'll get back on the horse on this stuff. It's funny. It's been a little. I always get a little bit down after tour. I have kind of a hard time, just adjusting. You're in that sort of go, and get up at 5 a.m, and then you're like, oh, got like a real life. One of the things that's been helping me lately is I say, what can I control and what can't I control? And I'm really good at worrying about the things I can't control. And I'm super good at going after goals that don't make any sense instead of chopping them up. And I'm definitely good at, like I said, looking at the news too much and worrying about a bunch just to worry about the past. Can't control the past. Things that are immutable are really not worth banging your head against. But one of the things I can control is talking to you beautiful people and posting more and being here and trying to share and just open up to each other to get through all this this madness of life. So I'm gonna try to do a better job about that. Hope everybody's good. Drop me a line. Let me know what you think of AI. Show me some more of the positives. I know there's some positives. It's really easy as a creator and somebody in the music business. And I'm lucky. I make a living in the music business. I don't know how anybody's doing it on TikTok. 1 billion people, and I think half of them are making stuff and making a dime. Let me know something positive about AI. I'm sure there's more than I'm thinking about. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.